What's up, guys? We are back. It's Big Chat Energy. I'm Casey.
I am Baejing, the one and only. How you doing?
What's up, y'all? I'm Jasmine.
You know, on the far left over here. Man, we're not going in order. But hey, here we are.
All right. So before we get started, I want to shout out our sponsor, Spills on the Wheels. Okay.
How many spills have you had?
I got 2 in front of me.
Okay.
Well, you know what? We're going to cheer. Yeah. Let's get a cheer right quick.
Cheers it up. Y'all are luscious.
All right. Me and Jameer gonna keep it at 1 for the responsible.
I'm trying because, you know what I'm saying? I'm short, so my arm didn't reach over there.
Take a simple nipple tipple.
What?
All right. So we did have
Jameer and Mark used to be like,
yeah.
Now they Martin. Both of them Martin. Anyway, so I want to talk about something. I'm smiling, but this not funny. I want to talk about student loans. So listen, first I'm gonna start off like this. I'm at $42,000.
what? That's it?
Oh, what's your number?
I would pray for that.
What's your number?
I just hit 80.
Ooh, wow.
I thought I was gonna come in here and I was gonna have the highest. I'm at 30.
You thought you was gonna have the highest?
I would pray for 30.
I really
if
thought
I had 30, I'd pay
like
that
I
off.
was gonna be the girl that had master
Yeah,
loans.
I'm trying to shoot the fair one with me.
Jameer, how much is your student loan?
Alright, so combined with undergrad and grad, I got 52 of them things. Over my
I don't
head.
get it.
Wow, I
don't get
really
it.
thought.
All right. So
Well, let's say the schools we went to because I think
so
that plays a part,
$42,000 from William Patterson University.
Right, 80,000 from Seton Hall University, private Jesuit, Catholic. That shit costs a lot of money.
I got accepted there, by the way, and I didn't go because of the price.
Because you'd have been
because of the price.
It's OD. And you want to hear something funny? The first 2 years out of college, I was paying that shit.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go, because the first semester I had to pay.
That was crazy.
William Patterson was cheap, surprisingly.
Yeah, I should have. I wish.
So I went to William Patterson too. I went to Union County at first, took a break, and then William Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
So I think combined, I have.
Oh yeah. So speaking of that, I did go
30.
to Raritan first, but I paid it while I was there, so I have no debt from there. So that 42 is all from William.
Yeah, mine wasn't as much from county because I think I only did.
Couple semesters.
Yeah, a couple semesters. I don't know.
Jameer?
I went to the Lincoln University in Pennsylvania.
The number one.
Hey.
The first HBCU.
Ever. Ever.
But then I also went to Point Park University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for graduate school and combined.
You got your master's?
No, I dropped out.
Oh.
But it was I dropped out on my own. And when like school kicked my ass, I'm going around.
Okay.
I'm just like, no. Because you were like, let you know it was a mutual decision. It was a little racist, so I left.
Oh, that's a good
That's
reason.
what my sister's dealing with.
So, oh man, I want to talk about student loan because I feel like not just us, but a lot of people are going through it.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, so I pay every month, right? I just want to tell y'all a quick story. So I pay every month, and it's income tax season. They actually took my income tax for student loans, and which was kind of confusing because I said, well, I pay y'all every month. So why y'all touching my taxes? So when I got on the phone with them, let me tell y'all what they said. They said, well, you know, based on your tax return, how much you made last year, we feel that you should be paying us more.
Wow.
Damn.
I couldn't believe it. And they said, so we, took it.
Well, what kind of loans you have?
Oh, that's a good question, and I feel dumb because I couldn't answer
You
that
don't know.
question.
That's a big
I do have federal
thing.
loans.
Because you obviously have a loan where they could go in and touch it.
I don't think I have private loans.
Different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you get, like for me personally, I had the Stafford loan. But then I had a Perkins loan as well. But the Perkins loan, I didn't necessarily have to get that, but I was taking it because I needed to survive.
And we didn't know no better also.
And we didn't know, you know what I mean? So between both of mine, that's the number that I ended up at. And even with me paying it, the fact that you have the loan for over a certain amount of time, it continues to grow.
Oh my God.
So I called in and I'm like, yo, how can we rectify this? Because this ain't gonna work.
And
they was like, well, you could start off by paying the not the principal. You can start by paying the interest.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
which
okay,
is like
cool.
nothing.
So I was like, all right. No, but my interest was high. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, so I started paying it. And then as I'm paying it, and then I went into check. No, my balance actually went up.
Yeah.
And they were like, so I called back. I'm like, yo, I've been paying the interest. Like, what's up? They was like, yeah, you have, but none of that is going towards the actual principal.
Because the principal keeps going.
Can you explain it to me? Because me personally, my mom took care of that.
Yeah.
Is it her name?
No, it's in my name, but I just know I got through college. She was just telling me, you know, you got to do the loans and whatever for me to get through college. So my mom took care of all of that. So I don't know, because I haven't started paying my anything back yet. I just graduated.
How long have you graduated? Has it been more than 6 months?
Yes.
You should call them.
So them
They've been calling me.
Oh, you should. Okay.
Hold on. And my mother.
Hold on. Let me say something that's very important.
I am going to call them next week.
Okay, because let me say something. Trust me. Listen.
I'm going to start putting like a little bit at a time towards it.
Listen. Let me say something to Jasmine and to anybody else out there.
That's mad funny.
That's not picking up the phone for Sally Mae and they graduated past 6 months.
Please answer the phone.
Answer the phone and talk to them, because I'm gonna tell you exactly how it's gonna go. They're gonna say, all right, well, how much do you make? No, they ain't gonna say how much. They're gonna say, how much do you make? And they're gonna ask you questions like, do you pay rent? Blah blah blah. Do you do this? Do you that? Do you have a car? No, blah blah. And then they're gonna tell you how much you can pay.
They actually took my man's car.
What?
He had a Ford.
Sally?
This is when it was Sally Mae though. They actually took his car.
That bitch
he had a Ford. He had a Ford.
Savage.
It was like the newest Ford Focus or whatever.
No, that's too much.
And the car was paid off.
How he gonna get to work?
And yo, peep this. The car was paid off. So you know, we just was having a regular conversation, and of course, like student loans came up. He's like, yeah, like you know, they actually took my car. So they presented him with an option. They was like, you know, this is where blah blah. And he was like,
how much was the car worth? And
they said that the car that I guess it was probably at that time. Well, at this time back then, it had to be like a little over 28,000, like for the car or something like that. So it was paid off. But you know, after you pay the car off, they're not taking it as $28,000. They taking it. They probably gave him like $10,000, $7,000 or $8,000 off for the car. He gave his car to Sally Mae.
They ain't touching my Jeep.
Swear to God. So what I think is also like a reason, not just for Jazz, but for people to call him, because they have ways that you can go about it. Now they have an income-based repayment plan. You know, like if you want to do something like that. But tell the truth,
because they're going to look at your taxes.
Oh, they're going to find out. You can't go in there and say I make 20.
Tell the truth, but
right. Even
they find out.
Like they'll find out because while you filling it out, you got to put in your social security number, and when you put in your social security number, they automatically pull up what you filed for.
You know what? I just wasn't answering just because I wasn't ready.
You're not ready.
I wasn't ready.
You're not ready.
But now I'm in a space where I can actually call him and
it's definitely better to call him and talk, because there are different things that you can set up.
Right.
You know, in order for you
to. I got somebody that's paying $5 a month.
Yeah, I know somebody that don't pay shit.
Somebody told me that.
Defer or something like that.
Well, I've deferred my loans before, but when you defer them, you got to understand that the interest rate, it goes up.
Do they tell you that?
Yeah, they tell you that.
They let you know.
They let you know that
they have to run through a script before whatever y'all doing is done. They got to say, just so you know, X, Y, and Z.
And verbally, you have, if you're over the phone, you got to confirm.
Yes.
So don't defer if you don't have to defer.
Well, if you need to defer, defer.
What do you think? I'm sorry to cut you off. What do you think is the best way? I guess everybody's situation is kind of different.
How many loans do you have?
See, like I said, my mom took care of everything.
You can consolidate your loan,
which is important. It's not confusing. It's not like, okay,
now you're just paying one bill.
3,000 loan here. I had this 10,000.
And that's why my bill. That's why mine went up to 80. Actually, when I graduated, my stuff was at 70. And over the years, it be going up. I've either deferred or I've did an income based. But each time you do an income based repayment plan, you got to redo it. Every year you got to go back in and redo it. They tell you. But now we don't be remembering. We be like, okay, cool. But they send you an email. Hey, just want to let you know.
Every year.
Your shit is due, so you gonna so starting this month, you gonna be owing this much. That's usually when I call them.
Right.
I'll be like, let's talk about it.
But when y'all graduated a little,
I graduated 2012
or earlier than
I graduated 2016.
I graduated.
ahead.
He graduated. He graduated. Yeah.
I walked across the stage in 2017, but I got my degree in 2008.
It don't matter. It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
Just make sure you get on the phone.
You only get a 6 month window.
Because the thing about student loans, which is crazy to me, and it actually happened to me from my community college because I ignored it. Right? I was just like, it's student loans. I'm gonna have it forever, right? And they actually was garnishing my wages, which people have to be aware that they will do that. They will take 15%. If you ignore it, let me just say that. If you ignore them, because you know how we do. We see the call, we like, oh, that's student loan, that's Sally, whatever, that's Sally. You know,
that's what I say.
Yeah, they will garnish your wages, and they was taking 15% of my check, and once they start that. There's nothing you can do until it's paid off. Now, luckily, that was only, I want to say $3,000. So it went away quickly.
Right.
But you don't want that to happen, right? You don't want that to be, they just control it.
And Kelsey, that was before you called. That was before you talked to them.
It was before. It was kind of like, I was ignoring them. I was ignoring them, and it was like, okay, you going to ignore us? We're going to get this money.
Right, yes.
So it's like, you got to think about it like this, right? You borrowed the money. They're calling you because it's time to pay back.
It's their money.
It's like a loan shark.
It's not that it's wrong. Right. It's not wrong. Right. They're not doing it.
But you got to understand, if you don't answer the phone, they're going to say, okay, well, we tried to reach out to work with you. And I will say one thing about Sally Mae. They will work with you, right?
Well, before we go any further, we want to call them Navient because they actually switched over.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sally Mae don't exist, so we definitely want to call it Navient. But fuck her too.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same situation. Yeah, it's Navient, but still. You know, it's ridiculous.
I just want to say one quick thing for all the people that are going to college that are not in this situation yet. Do whatever you can to pay the school with the money that you have or get scholarships and grants, especially our people. Get grants. There's a thick ass book in every library of scholarships. I'm talking about if you left-handed, it's a scholarship.
Bruh, you can get a scholarship for going to the same college as your sibling.
You can.
Me and my brother.
Or having your parents go to like being a child of
alumni. Right.
Your parents
take some time.
People are giving out scholarships.
But the thing is, you gotta actually look up.
You gotta look.
Yeah. Like you have to look. And I would urge most kids, especially of our color, of any color, to just understand what you're getting yourself into. I don't think that some of the parents though, some of these parents didn't go to college.
No, and
I was the first generation of
my mother said,
I was the first generation
you
to go
can
to
get student loans. You good?
Right.
Yeah. Nah, it don't work like that.
I got a cousin who has accrued over $200,000 in debt.
Did he get a degree at least?
He got a degree.
No, he better.
But he went to a few different schools. No, not Yale. But like over about 3 schools, he's accrued $200,000 in debt and still growing. The problem is that sometimes our parents will just be like, yes, you're gonna get student loans. But then when it's time to pay it back, there's no information coming back. Ain't nobody saying nothing.
They're not trying to help
you. It's like you just gotta pay them.
All you've heard is like, oh yeah, you'll get student loans, you pay through college, but there's no knowledge coming behind that. We gotta do a better job. Like our generation now, we understand fully what we're getting into. So now our children, we went through it.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, take these these are big ass loans.
These aren't no joke. There's some shit that
this big ass loans.
I don't think people realize like this loan situation is so serious.
You can get up to $1 million
if you die, you understand that
you're passing it on.
If you're married and you die, this shit's going on to your partner.
Mm-hmm. See,
that shit is for real.
When I have kids, I want to make sure that scholarship. Do everything that you can to work your butt off to make sure that you're good. So because I feel like it's more debt on when you get pregnant, more that we take
start their college fund.
Right.
Yes.
Start their college
early.
From early. And get a bank account that has interest.
Yes. Yep. It's levels to getting through.
Right. I think that most of the families. I'll talk about the African American community. Most of these parents, they get into these they get into the state of mind where they have these kids, right? And then it's like, oh no, my baby gonna be in Jordans, my baby gonna have this, my baby gonna have that, and they spend so much money on these kids at this young age. They don't even realize what they wear. Yes. They don't even realize what they have on. Yeah. Like this is a little kid.
The Burberry,
they got Burberry, they got necklaces.
Why would you do that? And that baby gonna wear it for a month maybe,
and they gonna ride with it. That money could have been invested into that child's life. You could have had a savings or something like that for the child. You know what I mean?
I agree, I agree, and it's sad, but that's what you're looking at. Society don't talk about how to get through college and what you need to do to educate yourself and how you can be stable financially. All they care about is
and what you know what? And you know what? That's so important that you said that, because I feel like if we're going back to high school, right? I really feel like we need to read. Whoever they is who sets up. These are the classes that kids need to take. Mm-hmm. They need to set up a class for college, a college prep class.
Yeah.
And they need to set up a class for finance.
So you can learn.
Honestly,
they have it.
Honestly, we all been out of high school.
Right.
Have y'all used anything from your geometry class?
Never.
No.
Have y'all used? You get what I'm saying? Never. Have you used anything from those classes where they could have substituted for finance?
And that's everything.
I want to say something though. They have those type of classes, especially at Franklin High School. I can speak on. They actually have those classes, but they make it an option. And I don't think it should be an option. They make it an after school. It was like an after school option. We're like, hey.
Nobody think about that.
I was at cheerleader practice.
And I was at football practice. So I wasn't going to finance class.
At Ho's house.
Oh my God.
I didn't make the team.
Yo.
Well, there you go. Now we put it on the team. I didn't make the team, y'all. It's there.
Yo.
That goes back to, Kelsey, I agree with you. That goes back to, in high school, starting off in high school, it's a lot of classes that you take that don't prepare you for the real world.
Right. No.
You just in high school, just taking classes, yes, some things are important, but
like reading and writing.
Yes.
But what else?
Yes, exactly. When you taking those classes and you think back, you're like, well, I didn't really learn nothing.
You know what? Keep it a beam. Let's get rid of gym class. Okay, let's get rid of gym.
Because there's gonna be fat niggas regardless. I'm saying they're gonna be fat.
It's some classes that you don't need, and it's some classes that it needs to be a school.
Oh my bad.
So let me ask y'all a question. So now with student loan debt, right? Let's talk about the African American community versus other communities.
Yeah.
Because one thing I can speak to is I have white friends. That after college, we were talking two totally different tones. For me, it was, how the fuck am I going to do this? And for them, it was, oh, my dad got that.
Because
you want to talk about
straight up. For real.
You're absolutely right. And also, let's talk about the fact that I was in grad school, predominantly white institution, and these white kids in grad school on welfare, on food stamps.
Really? Yeah.
Benefiting off of the system.
Which actually I recommend.
Amen.
Which I recommend too.
Yeah.
It's such a poor stigma for us.
I recommend.
Because we can barely provide to stay in school and eat and do all this shit. And they figured out a way to finagle the system.
To get through the system.
Now,
pay their shit back.
Right.
A little snippet, right? Me and Jasmine were roommates in college. Could you imagine if we had food stamps to...
Mad lobster. Mad pork belly.
No, but that is a good point, though.
It is a good point.
But we don't think about that because we look at food stamps, or people look at us on food stamps, as something that's bad, something that's looked down upon from the white man.
Get all the help you can get.
Or even from the black community.
I think it's smart for college.
Me too.
Well, white people are the biggest proponents of food stamps.
Me too.
And welfare.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
They won't talk about it.
I actually have a Spanish friend that I went to college with, and what her parents did was each year they were hitting those loans. Like they were individual. Like she even had a job outside of school, and they was like, "Look, just give us that check, and we gonna hit these loans." And when she graduated, she only owed $10,000.
Let me ask you a question.
After 4 years.
Let me ask you a question. Did your Spanish friends' parents go to college?
No. Neither.
So I wonder. Now I think that's great. But I wonder where they got that from.
And I'm gonna let you know. Her parents both came from DR. So when they came over here, their mindset was
do better.
We know what to do with these finances. Right. So you know what I'm saying? We're not playing. We're not playing.
At a later date, we're gonna talk about that.
Their understanding of coming over to the U.S. is not like ours. For the people that are born here, we take a lot of things for granted. They are so fucking happy to be here.
We're gonna talk about that.
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, you're right.
That's a whole.
That's a word.
No,
that's a word.
They knock them shits out.
No, definitely. I think.
So let me ask y'all a question, right? Mm-hmm. So we all went to college. Mm-hmm. We all graduated, right? So honestly, do you guys feel like a degree is pointless?
Yes.
Now that
I'll say it because of this. I feel as though college and receiving a degree is only good for certain fields.
It definitely depends.
I believe that if you are a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're a lawyer, if you're an engineer, if you want to be like some type of teaching or marketing, something like that, cool. But people need to understand that as well. You can't just be going to college and majoring in art. And I'm not throwing no shade to nobody that majored in art. But what I'm saying is, now we're talking about your livelihood post-graduation.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? How are you going to help yourself financially and do everything that you need to do? It's impossible within this world. And we know between us four, we could each name 5 individuals that did not go to college and are millionaires.
Or they graduate.
The number one person that comes to my mind is Diddy.
I knew he was going to do that.
He went to a little bit of college.
He didn't graduate.
He didn't graduate.
But we know a lot of people.
Let me just say one thing. In my opinion, I agree to some extent. However, I have 2 degrees. I have broadcast journalism and I have a public relations degree. Mm-hmm. And the way that I view my degree, I have 2 jobs post grad for my major. Mm-hmm. Right. I worked at Radio 1 mm-hmm. and now I work at Vice. And I feel like my degree is a backup. Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because neither of these jobs asked for my degree.
They don't ask for it.
They'll never, and they won't, because you work in a field that doesn't require it. You work in a field that
that's the point I'm trying to make.
However, I'm happy that you have it because it's a lot of things that I've learned
from going. That's what I was about to say. So as far as the diploma, I don't believe that will make or break me. What I do believe is that the experiences, the friendships that I've built, the things that I've learned about myself in college, that I'm thankful for.
College will always teach you about basic life lessons.
Yes.
You know, I'm a big proponent of education amongst African Americans, which I won't stop being.
Right.
But I do agree that there are some fields that you
don't need it for it, right?
You don't need it.
Like if you want to be if you do stand up. Mm-hmm. Ain't no degree going to say, hey, you got a bachelor's?
You got your own
Oh shit! Well, you can make $60,000 tonight.
It's not working. It's not working like that.
That's a great point because I was talking to my girl Mandy. You know Mandy? She has the podcast Horrible Decisions.
Yeah, shout out to Mandy. I
love Mandy. Mm-hmm. And she has a regular job for accounting.
Yes.
And me and her talk all the time, and she was just saying like, you see what we doing, right? Like we have these degrees that we can use as a backup, but we can still push our content and our creative forward. Yeah. So my opinion or my advice would be go to school, but go to school to get a degree that you can fall back on, right? Or that you can finance your dream.
Yeah, because definitely in this climate. You definitely need your degree, something to fall back.
And even if you want to minor in communications or broadcast or whatever it is that you want to do, or theater or art, minor in it. But as far as major, I feel like
I majored in it. Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
I did too.
Now that
we going through a process,
right?
When we look back on it, when we look back on it, and for me having the highest amount of loans here, so like when I look back on it, as
a matter of fact,
I'm just saying, that for me, like when I look back on it, I wish that I knew I would have went to get a degree that I can fall back on, that marketing. I would be trumping that 80,000. It's like, okay, now I got a job that's 6 figures, now I could do, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, and Z. So I actually did have a job 6 weeks and I left.
Oh, okay.
Well,
but you know what?
Chasing your
That's
dreams,
right.
bro.
You're gonna be making way more than that.
You know what? I trust the process, and you know, I don't want to get like crazy off topic. Definitely staying within the student loan realm. You know, definitely, I think it's something that everybody needs to educate themselves on, understand, so that when the time does come, you know how to deal with it. I think a lot of people think you got to wait until after college to deal with them. You could deal with them while you're in college.
Yeah,
like each semester, you can be paying something towards that.
And I didn't think like that.
Yeah, I
don't think none of us thought like that.
Nobody thinks like that.
Nah.
I just think I'll pay my student loans off once I get out of college. Like it's this is helping me through college. So when it's over with, that's when I'm gonna have to deal with the
because at the end of the day, everybody can't get a scholarship.
And the people who are in college now or going to college, get a college campus job and just take that money and just
put it to
bring
the
it back.
side. Yeah.
Bring it back to the school, do the student loans.
Right.
So I understand that sometimes you have to get student loans. There's no other option. You know?
But even if you got the work study job, you know, these people got to eat. You know, it's some kids in college that can't get a meal plan.
Yeah, because
and you also need clothes.
Even when you have a job in college,
you can't get a meal plan.
Yeah, it's not. You're not spending that to.
You got to buy books. You're not
thinking about it as student loans. Yeah, because
you know how much books cost?
Crazy.
Mad prices.
Oh my god! And then you get a book and you don't even use it.
It's a business.
Right.
It's set up so that we have to
put money
into it. Student loans exist because we got to pay back the government.
Yes.
Which funds itself off of student loans, off of medicine, off of street parking tickets, all that shit.
Which is
what can we do? Is there anything that we can do?
Yes,
you got student loans.
You got to educate yourselves.
Yes,
and get the right loans.
Yeah,
what's the right loan?
It depends what works for you. I have federal loans, which lets you consolidate loans.
Yeah, I think
mine's a federal as well.
Yeah,
I have that as well because mine are all consolidated as of now.
I think the most important thing that I would tell people, and I touched on it earlier, is don't wait until the end of your 4 years or however long you're going to start tackling that.
That's a fact.
I think each and every semester, because that's how they charge you. They charge you by semester. Mm-hmm. So each and every semester, you should be trying to contribute something towards it, so that when you're out, you don't get hit that hard. Like one of my biggest mistakes was I received a Perkins loan, which I didn't necessarily need, but it was an extra I think it was like $5,000, something like that, and at the end of each semester, they would call them a refund check.
Yeah,
and for us,
stop taking your refund check and going to Miami.
Yes, I was going to Miami. I was going shopping. Niggas, everybody in the dorm pizza on me, nigga. But when you get that refund check, give that motherfucker back. When they give you that refund check, give it back. Give that refund check back.
And that's the same thing with your income taxes. Yes. Because let's just say we are people outside of college, we graduated. When you get that income tax, I need y'all to know that this is money that you have already
worked for.
You don't even get all your income.
It ain't really yours.
You get some of it.
It is yours, but it's money. It's not free money, right? It's not just coming out of nowhere.
People think that they came up on the government. Like,
that they ain't giving all of it.
Right.
They don't know that I got it. No, the government knows.
Niggas don't know I got it.
They don't know.
That's all the shit you work for.
Take that money and pay a bill.
Yeah.
We just trying to help y'all.
A big ass bill.
I think people use those and they go get cars and they go do all these things.
Shit.
It's like yo.
Well, you know they took mine.
It's just educate yourself
I work in 3
on
states. So
educate yourself on how to spend your money and where your money is going. Just so you won't be in debt. Because you in debt.
Well, you're gonna be in debt. You're gonna be in debt.
But
even if you want to get a house, you gotta go get a loan. You know what I mean? Like loans are gonna be there when we die. Like the loan system is gonna be there. But I think just like you said, it's important to educate ourselves on it. Educate our kids on it. Make sure that they educate their kids on, because now we got to break the line. Because I think our parents probably weren't the most aware about the situation, and they let us get into. We got to break the line.
We are generation.
We got to change it. Correct.
So the takeaway from this would be, for the people that are in college or going to college or just recently graduated, Start now.
Yes.
Don't wait.
Don't
not
wait.
wait.
That's the slogan. Start now.
Start now.
Don't wait.
Don't
Now, Sally Mae or Navient?
Navient.
Navient.
She said Navient. She talking about her
Hey,
aunt.
you be sending emails.
Navient. Did y'all hear from Navi?
That's my
She said she was coming.
Navi. They will actually work with you.
They will.
They're going to get their money regardless.
Either way.
So Jazz, pick up the phone.
Call her.
I'm calling them next week. Don't sweat it.
Jasmine funny as hell. She said, but I swear to God, I'm going to call him next week.
They will work with you. Just pay something and don't get. You already got yourself in this mess, so don't get upset that you don't see the number going down. That you don't see it going down because you're paying interest. But for the people who have a chance now, any high schoolers or people who are in college, start paying it now. Trust me.
Yes. While you're in college,
Educate yourself.
Yes. And also for the people that are going to school or going back to school, grad school, anything, look at your employer that you're with, because a lot of employers help you pay for grad school. So look into that. So we normally have to get student loans, right? We have to get student loans.
Yeah.
So just do your best at cutting it down.
Also, right before we go, I want to say, I wish that we touched on it earlier, there are also programs that do loan forgiveness. So if you work for the government.
But how do we know that that's real? Because I've seen that.
No, well, my friend does Teach for America. But the only thing is, like, they'll send you, like, they choose where you go.
If they call you and you click one and it's somebody who like, hey, enter in your social. Don't do that.
Hold on, say that again. That's
No. There are loan forgiveness scammers. That'll be like,
so how do you know the difference?
Please.
Because
the government is giving loan forgiveness. They won't call your ass if they don't want you to know.
They're not going to call you about that.
They ain't trying to forget you.
Exactly. They're not going to call you.
They be on my Instagram.
I bet they do. They want you to put in your social.
You have to.
They don't want that.
And this goes back to what we were saying about educating yourself on the matter. Because there are loan forgiveness jobs that you can work for the government. There are loan forgiveness. And you need to realize it's like, just like we all said, this is through the government. And the government is going to make sure that they get their money. So you may not be coming out of pocket like, okay, like I'm going to pay for this government loan or whatever the case may be, but you working a job for the government. So you're still, although your loans are forgiven, you have to work. You know what I'm saying? So either way, they're going to get paid. But there are other ways, to take care of your loans as well. So, and that was one of them. Loan forgiveness programs, things of that nature. So I just wanted to point that out.
The next time we do a student loan video is going to be when we all
paid it off.
Hey.
We all paid our debt.
Might be doing that when we're 50, but we don't.
Hey, I'm just saying. Good. You never know.
I believe
as soon as I get a bag, I'm paying off my student loan.
She say that down. Y'all say that down. Until the bag come.
All right. My first check gonna be them loans.
You get half of it.
I'm gonna say take the whole thing. And
But you know what? This is recorded, so that's on record for them too.
Amen.
They might get half of mine.
Hey, look.
They might get half of mine.
I got everything else I want in life. Just come on, get this check.
Thank you guys for watching. It's Big Chat Energy, student loans. Stay away. Don't stay away.
Thank you.
Stay away.